Hello, my little woolies. In this tutorial, you will learn how to knit the jute stitch. It's one of those stitches that we knitters love. Why? Well, first of all, it's a 2-row repeat pattern. It makes things a lot less complicated. Secondly, it's a reversible stitch. Although its two sides are different, both look adorable. Furthermore, it's a unisex pattern. It can be used for women's, men's, and children's garments. The jute stitch is great for knitting loads of projects, from hats, cowls, scarves, wraps, throws, placemats, cushions, bags, to cardigans, sweaters, and tops. So grab your needles and let's get busy. Oh, before I forget, I'm teaching you how to knit the jute stitch in both English and Continental style. Firstly, we need to cast on an odd number of stitches, and this number will include 2 selvage stitches, the first and the last one. I'm going to cast on 11 stitches. First row, right side of the work. The first and the last stitch are selvage stitches and will be knitted on each row. So we start with knit 1, and now comes the repeat, what you will find between asterisks on the written instructions. And these steps will be repeated so many times as you stitches have. And you will find a link below this video on the description box. The repeat is purl 1, with yarn in front, slip 1 stitch as if to purl, or purlwise. Just pass it onto the right hand needle. This is it. Let's do it again. Purl 1, slip 1 as if to purl. Purl 1, slip 1. Purl 1, slip 1. If you have more stitches, keep repeating until there are only 2 stitches left, ending with purl 1 and knit 1. But the last one, only on this first row, I like to work it through the back loop. So knit through the back loop, and we can avoid a huge loop there. Second row, we start with knit 1, the selvage stitch, knit another one, and now comes the repeat. Purl 1, knit 1. That's it. Let's do it again. Purl 1, knit 1. And repeat. Purl 1, knit 1. Purl 1, knit 1. If you have more stitches, keep repeating until there is 1 stitch left, ending with knit 1. So that's it. These 2 rows create the pattern and repeat them until the desired length is reached. Now, if you knit Continental style, that means you keep the yarn in your left hand. First row, right side of the work. We start with knit 1, and now comes the repeat. Purl 1, Keep the yarn in front of the work and slip one stitch as if to purl. Just pass it onto the right hand needle and repeat. Purl one, slip one as if to purl. Purl one, slip one, purlwise. Purl one, slip one. If you have more stitches, keep repeating until there are only 2 stitches left, ending with purl one, knit one. Second row, we start with knit one, knit another one, and now comes the repeat. Purl one, knit one. Purl one, knit one. Purl one, knit one, and repeat. Purl one, knit one. If you have more stitches, keep repeating until there is only 1 stitch left, ending with knit one. So these 2 rows create the pattern. Repeat them until the desired length is reached. Actually, you need to knit like 12 rows to see it properly. When finished, bind off, working each stitch as it presents after a row 1. That means when you see the V, you knit and pass the stitch. When you see the bump, you purl and pass the stitch. If you haven't watched the video where I explained how to bind off working each stitch as it presents, I'm going to leave the link below this video on the description box. On the other hand, to test if it lays flat or doesn't, I have tried it using the 2 different qualities and thicknesses you see here. For this video tutorial, the swatch is made out 100% wool and 7mm knitting needles. And the swatch from the beginning of the video, and this one now, is made out 100% cotton yarn and 6 US size needles or 4mm. The conclusion is that it doesn't curl, but before you start your project, I recommend to knit a swatch using the same fiber and needles chosen for the project and see how it works for you. Therefore, if your swatch curls, think of knitting a nice edge in garter, seed, or Irish moss stitch on each side of the piece. And this is it for today, my little woolly. I hope you like it. Thank you for watching, and don't forget to share your swatches and projects on Instagram and mention me so we all can see them, because I love to see the pictures of your projects. Hugs and happy knitting!